Hi, my name is Maria, and this is Dashboarding Lessons Learned by Transitioning from the Private to the Public Sector. I'm going to share my screen now so we can get started. All right. So about me, I'm a communication sciences graduate, and I also studied editing at the University of Buenos Aires. I'm an Our Ladies Buenos Aires co-organizer, and I teach data visualization and marketing, and I'm currently a data analyst at the Buenos Aires City government. But I've only been in this role where I work with mostly data related to the COVID-19 pandemic for half a year. Previously, I worked with iMetrics, a consulting agency specialized in digital analytics that provided reports and dashboards to mostly product and marketing teams from large and multinational companies. As you can imagine, these are two very different roles in two very different fields. I work with many platforms with both that drag and drop data visualization tools and code-based tools and different tech stacks and different types of data sources. However, in this talk, I want to go beyond tools. Parting from some differences and similarities between sectors and lines of work, I want to cover what I consider to be transferable skills in working with teams that develop dashboards. So in a journey as agnostic as possible, I will specify which aspects should be mastered by the people who want to grow into this area of work. So let's get started. Let's talk about the differences first. The first difference is obviously related to the context and the impact of decisions taken in the private and the public sector, particularly in this context, and by this context, I mean the COVID-19 pandemic. I now work with teams creating dashboards that facilitate decision-making for health management that can easily impact the entire city's population. Secondly, I've gone from building products based on non-domain frameworks and metrics to working with indicators and metrics that are in constant change and evolution according to the changes in the sanitary context that the city experiences. I used to work in teams composed mainly by professionals with an advertising or marketing or communications background, but working as an analyst in a public office, part of the Ministry of Health, meant working in an interdisciplinary team, along with physicians, biologists, and social scientists. But let's talk about the similarities, particularly the non-technical aspects that persisted even in two very different fields of the data world. So good news, the dashboards are a very popular data product with a growing literature accompanying its implementation in multiple knowledge areas and receiving tons of interest from management, stakeholders, and other analysts. A field transition did not spare me from learning to deal with information silos, by which I mean lack of communication between areas about availability of resources, information, or developments. Building documentation and communication protocols is of critical importance for all types of organizations and expertise areas. This is closely related to what I mentioned in the previous slide, and also to the fact that a dashboard is an expensive product to develop and maintain. So it's important to establish communication and documentation protocols that not only make known the existence of the dashboard, but also ensure its persistence in frequently changing environments. I'm talking about staff turnover, management changes, transformation in areas, etc. Also, there's always the need to establish strong, standardized work processes that contemplate the different stages of a dashboard development, with special emphasis regarding interviews with stakeholders, obtaining feedback, and the iterative development process. All of this is not possible at all without strong communication skills that complement the technical training and the data visualization skills that you already have. So this was a very brief overview. I hope this account has provided you with some pointers on skills to acquire if you are interested in this field, as well as some perspective in the non-technical work involved in developing and maintaining these types of data products. I know that early career professionals might be concerned only with the technical aspects of developing dashboards, but in my experience, the points I mentioned as similarities between organizations and areas of work are the ones that can really make or break a data product. So thank you very much for listening. Thanks to the Outlier conference for organizing and hosting this talk. Please reach out to me via Twitter if you have any comments or feedback about what you just heard. Thank you.